Pokes, let's go! We won! Yeah! Yeah. I was really surprised how, like, the whole year it was, like, the whole month, I mean, was so close to being a tie. I don't think that's ever happened before. I've been doing this for 4 years, and that is probably the only time that has ever happened. And I think that's really cool and stuff like that, yeah. Anyway, hi, hello. I thought that today I could just go over all of the drawings that I've done this year for Artfight. Because I thought that would be really cool. I think I did like 37 or something like that this year. I don't know, but it's like, I'm pretty sure over twice the amount that I did all the previous other years combined into one, and that's a lot, I think. Yeah, I caught the Artfight bug, and even afterwards I did 1 or 2 other drawings, and yeah, I might go over those, but I might not. I'm not really sure. Probably not, actually. I might save that for like another video or something. I don't know. I have a feeling that this one is gonna be very, very long. And probably won't come out until like the end of the month. I don't know. Yeah. So first off was this drawing, Manic and Panic. This one, I was planning on doing like an attack chain with someone last year, but neither of us got around to doing it. So this year, I went to them, sat down and went, alright, didn't manage to do anything last year, you're gonna be my first victim this year. And that's what I did. And it was for Dead Rabbit Studios. Yeah. And it's really cool. And after that I got some art of Sage, and that was really cool, and then I drew some eyeballs, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah. Oh, also I'm planning on looking at everyone's profiles. If anyone has like YouTube or whatever, I'll like ping them in the description thing, so maybe you can go check them out and stuff. And yeah. Next drawing. I titled this one Spider Wolf Go Brr. I just kind of like saw this really cool design. I think it was like in the recommended characters or something. And like, I like spiders. I like wolves, I think. Combine the two, oh my goodness. And at the time, the character only had like 1 or 2 drawings there for reference, so I did my best. And I think it really came out. And that was for Lopaaz with a Z. Yeah. The next one is called A Happy Bunny. And this character is Adezu. Honestly, I thought that this character had like little bat wings. When I was like just going off of memory, but actually pulling up the reference, no, character does not have little bat wings, and now I'm sad. Yeah, this character was just like for someone or other called Adezu or something. I don't know. Probably some nobody. Who knows anymore, you know? Hi, Bakari, if you're watching. Next one, Penny. This one is of Penny. Yeah. This is for Corpsicle. I stumbled across their work because, like, I was watching Murder Drones and stuff like that, and between episodes, I was looking at, like, I was rewatching his old stuff, you know, especially, like, into Nikon Cube and stuff like that, and also, I stumbled across his older account, Scary Storytime with Liam. I only really, listened to the short stories and the entirety of Puppet Game. I wanted to listen to, like, Black Dogs and stuff. I don't remember why I stopped. And I was just far too intimidated to listen to Design. That is a very big series. I don't know. I feel like large series intimidate me, but, like, just, like, being there for the large series while it's coming out makes it less intimidating for me, I guess. Like, with My Little Pony, I started watching that since, like, day dot almost. That thing's 11 seasons. And, like, rewatching it makes me scared, but when I was watching it, it was, like, really cool. Yeah. Anyway, I stumbled across Corpsicle stuff, and they're really good at imitating the art style of Liam. I think I'm fairly decent myself. I drew, like, a human design for Ponder because he is my blobber. Yeah. Anyway, next character. Arson! It was, I don't know. It's just one of them really cool designs. I think, yeah, because this year I mostly only did attacks on the opposite team. And I'm pretty sure I just, like, either attacked friends who begged and begged, or I begged and begged. And then just, like, the little list of whoever's following me. But I also, like, attacked other people too. And I just had, like, this big spinny wheel of characters. And whoever I landed on, I drew. And I drew this character, Arson, for Scrapyard. And I think it came out really nice. A lot of these drawings are headshots for no other reason than I just really wanted to get all these drawings out as soon as possible. Because I think, like, I looked at each of the teams, like, who was in the teams and who was, like, in viewer mode. Added both of them up, and I'm pretty sure it resulted in, like, there was 500,000 people playing this year. That's a lot. Anyway, next one. There's a big year. I found a little mouse friend named Pumpkin. And this one I think is, like, one of the fully, like, rendered pieces, I think is what digital artists call it. I don't know. It has all of the lighting and the shading and the colors and the stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I've only been doing digital art for 2 years. And this one was for VC 101. Or 101. Or something. Next one is Broken Toy. This was... I always struggle with, like, even just reading the name. Incarnadine. A little wooden puppet friend that a friend made for, like, a 3D modeling class, I think. And they actually taught me that, like, I don't know if this is just a thing you can only do in the drawing program I use, Critter. But you can actually, like, change the style of a layer, and that does a whole bunch of stuff. And I found this one called Overlay. And, like, you know how, like, sometimes when you have, like, shading and you just, like, go with really dark blue or really dark red or really dark of whatever the surrounding colors is that you want to use, and then you just like lighten it, like you change the opacity of the layer to like 40 or something, and stuff like that. Overlay makes it so it's kind of like it's clear, but it's also blended in with the colors itself, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's really good for doing like textures and stuff that I found out. Yeah. I wanted to draw this little wooden puppet friend, and that was for Generic Dragon, my friend. Next one is Emmy. This was a character named Emerald, and Emerald is blue. And I know that like blue emeralds are a thing as like caused by like radiation or something, but I found it really amusing that the character was named Emerald and was blue. Also, I am very biased as to reality warping entities that are just there for funsies. And this was for Coporal Fishy. And I always used to read Corporal Fishy as Corporeal Fishy. But it's not Corporeal Fishy, it's Corporal Fishy. Like in the military. Yeah. Next one is Alien Friendo. I saw this little guy and I love them. This is Stan. It was for bubonic plague. And I really like the like pale yellow to bluey purple gradient going on. It's really cool. I'm a sucker for these sorts of colors and stuff, and I think I did it for one of my own new characters, Blueberry. Yeah, it's really cool, really neat. I really like it. That was for bubonic plague. I don't remember if I said. If I did, I don't know. Eat a cookie. Eat a cookie every time I repeat myself in this video. That's your new challenge. Go to the start of the video. Every time I repeat myself, you gotta eat a cookie. Yeah. Next one is POV. She just roasted you. This was art of, oh goodness, Recoloy. I forgot how to read the upside down E. Now I feel bad. This one was for Marika. I really like this character. Really nice, really yummy. I just want to slurp it all up. A lot of the values were like really similar, especially with the orange and the skin tone, but I made it work, I think. I was originally gonna make it lineless, but I did do lines, mostly because of the aforementioned orange thing. But yeah, I really like how it came out. I was really happy. And this was for Marika. Yeah. Next one, Pumpkin Friend. I saw this character and I just wanted to draw them. I love. Face reveal when. This was one of Pumpkin Bunny. Just wanted to draw them coming out of a little pumpkin because I feel like that would be something they would do. Yeah. I do find it funny how like, I think it was like this rapper called Marshmallow or something always had a bucket on their head. And then people were like, face reveal, face reveal, face reveal. And then, you know, stuff like that. It's like, has anyone ever done that with Daft Punk? Has Daft Punk ever done a face reveal? You know? I know there's a lot of YouTubers that hide their face, including myself. Mostly for like privacy reasons, and they're like, people freak out when they do a face reveal. Yeah. But like, has anyone ever like requested a face reveal from Daft Punk? Has Daft Punk ever done a face reveal? Yeah. Anyway, Pumpkin Friend, it was for Kitty Tabby 2. A very good, very nice character. Next one was for a very old friend. This was Love God. I was there during the conception of this character, and I still absolutely love them. I wanted to draw up, but my art sucked at that time. And now my art sucks slightly less. So now I can do it. This was of Lavelle for Tony Lavelle. Yeah. I love. That's all I'm gonna say. Smash. Yeah. I should do that one day, like a smash or pass for all my friends' characters, or like, for all the characters I've drawn on Artfight or something. That'd be funny, I think, maybe. I could do that next year. I'm thinking also because next year, I would have been doing it for 5 years now, that I can finally jump on the bandwagon and make my own little Artfight tutorial thing. So then I don't need to go digging for the really, really good one that keeps getting buried with all the new people making stuff. That'd be fun. Anyway, next one, Happy Friend. This was for A1 U-Card. It was of Yusaku? I think that's how you pronounce it? I don't know. I'm a stupid, white, dumb Australian, you know? Anyway, really cool harpy. The ones are so hard to draw, but I did my best. And I think it came out really good. Yeah. Next one! Lil Guy! It's a little guy! It's Chip! It's the friend! We love Chip in this household. We love. This is for Ashnoffarts. And he's just a little guy. I want to pick him up. I want... Yeah. This is the eyeballs thing I mentioned earlier for Dead Rabbit. I've seen like a lot of people do art where it's like they drew the eyeballs of a character and only the eyeballs, and I really wanted to do that for a really long time. And I finally did it with this character, Salem. Yeah. I think I did it with one of my other... I actually did it with one of my other characters really recently. I might also show that, but this is the only of 2 eyeball portraits I've done. I don't know what they're called. I just call them eyeball portraits. But it's very cool, very nice. This is Furry God. I read this character's description, and this is Furry God. This is the guy that made everyone into furries. That's what you get. Yeah, this is Juno, and I drew it for foxalotl. I very much like. Drawing the flannel was really, really, I wouldn't say hard, but it wasn't really easy either. I don't know, but it came out really cool, and I think it was fun to do. I think. Maybe. This is Magic Wolfie. This is of Delta. I don't know what a power wolf is, but I saw a really cool glowy neon character with like a really cool crystal that apparently has like magic or whatever. So that's what I drew. And that was for Nukefer. This one is a jazzy fellow. I I am very biased to Rubber Hose characters. My first character was a Rubber Hose character. That was my silly little special interest as a child, as a small. Yeah, it's just a fun little guy in a fun little art style. Anyway, this is Gianna the Ringmaster, and it was for Crystal Winterfield. And yeah, it was very, very good. Very nice. Next one is Spa Day of their character Cherry and my character Junkie. I saw in the bio that the Eevee was only going to be like, if they were ever going to draw characters, they were going to draw their characters interacting with others. And so I thought, well, I should do the same. So I drew Junkie and Cherry together. And they're just having like a little spa day together. They're just having fun. And it was for Witchy Eevee. Yeah. Very nice. Next one is called Fluffy. And it was for ANBpokeball. And it was of their character Matcha, who is an original species who unfortunately is closed and I can't make one. And I'm really upset and grumpy by that, but that's okay. Next one is Space Creature. I'm very biased to characters like this, as I'm sure you have noticed. Very eyebally, very spacey, very creature. This one was for Sigdom, and the character is called the Starborn. Yeah. The next one is called Mine, and it's of Lucretia for Lambeth. I saw Lucretia's little bio thing of them fighting a rat for a churro that fell on the ground a week ago, and I just wanted to draw that. That's literally all there is to this design. Next one, Spider Pirate. Again, I like spiders. I like pirates. Let's draw a spider pirate. A spirate, if you will. Yeah, and this was for maddiedoktor, and the character is called the Crawler. And I think it came out really good. Next one is called Bug. A friend drew a character and named her Bug, or Junebug, or June, or Juno, or Bug, and that's who I drew. This is June for Hoopity, and I really wanted to draw a Bug, but I had no excuses, so I didn't, and now I did, and then I drew her. That's the whole story. Next one is Le Earth. It is of their character Nova. They had another character whose name I've already forgotten, and I'm really sorry. And their character was like, so this is like the guardian of the Earth. The other one is like the universe itself, or like reality itself. And again, I am very biased as to these sorts of characters. I didn't get the chance to draw the other one, but that's okay. I really like how Nova came out anyway. For Lumio, this one is Busting Boobly. I am a very mature adult. This was for Skeletal Artist of their character Christy. Yeah. No comment. Robed Noble. I think this character was like in the recommended, and I really liked the design, so I just drew. This is Chaotus by Void Pain, and I really find it funny that the character with chaos in the name wants nothing more than to cause tyranny. I find that very amusing. This was for Voidbane. A very good friend. Next one, Time Set. This is the Timekeeper from the Parable of Stanley, as it look, cause it's like the thing from T-Spud. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I was gonna draw another character, but that character did not have a profile, and I got sad, so I just drew the next closest thing, and this was for the creator Lynn. Or Delaney, or something. Next one, too old for this. This one, I think, I started doing like a whole set of revenges all for these different characters within the same story. And yeah, this is the first one of them, I think so. And this is Miss Sevens for maddiedoktor. I did a revenge chain for maddiedoktor. I'm not sure if you can tell. Yeah, I really like the bleedy eyeballs. I'm a FNAF person. I like bleedy eyeballs. My first shit post for Artfight. You got games on your phone? That's all this is. This is Grim for Plague Cleric, and I wanted to draw a little shit post. And that's it. I wanted to draw my first shit post, and Grim was my victim. Yeah. Next one is Oozin. As soon as I saw this character, the smooth song from the like My Little Pony movie from the 80s came into my brain. It was like da 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 da, nothing can stop the smooth. Do 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 do. This one was doc type for maddiedoktor, and I think it's like just like a slimy creature copy of one of their other characters that just wants to consume everything, because of course. This one was a friend. This is Starlight for random geese. Yeah, and cause this was like someone else's first OC, and they drew Candy, which is my first OC, so got back. Yeah. Home stretch. Next one is Noodle. I really liked their Sona. I wanted to draw them. I wanted to draw the Sona that I like, and I did it. Again, I am biased for like glowy bits and stars and glitter and reptiles. And there was a lot of lore, but I did it. I read all of it. This is Veil for VT Scribbles. It's like there's so many people on Artfight that have little to no, that have just left their character information blank, so I just do like a headshot or just draw them standing there in a basic pose, and stuff like that, because I don't know what to do. But this one, VT, is like the exact opposite of that. There's like novella length information, but I've read almost all of it and stuff like that. Also, for some reason, a lot of people have their information like in white text. So sometimes, if it looks like the information is really, really big, but there's nothing there, I've just learnt to like highlight it all, and then usually the text shows up there and just paste it into Word or something. Anyway, next one, a nervous fella of Esmierden. A very nervous fella, a very cute friendo. The robe was really, really complex, so I simplified it to all heck and back. I was getting kind of tired at this point, but I wanted to keep going with my art. I wanted to get so many people for Eaglewind 13. Next one was Moo Moo Moo. Again, I think this is another character that I was there for the conception of. And I really like. I like the gray against the pink. It's a nice, good contrast. I like the crystally bits. It was hard to color pick for those, but I did my best. Yeah. I don't know why a lot of people shade their reference sheets. It's like, how are people gonna color pick that if they don't know which is a light and which is a shadow and which is marking? This was Desdemonia for Marlo 404. I don't know, I'm going on a ramble. Next one, Eepy. This was Sleepy Guard for Bug Blocks. A very, very sleepy friend. A very good friend. I want to squish that little tummy. Looks very huggable. No comment. Okay. This character just kind of appeared in my list of characters to attack. It is my time to shine. Yeah, again, I'm very biased to characters like this. I enjoy this. This is very neat. If anyone asks, I did this. It is of Nero for Ray Silver 1. And then final one, VT the Creech. That was for VT Scribbles. Yeah. I think it was like second last day. And VT posted a redesign for their I guess like persona, creature, and it was like second last day, posted that, put it onto Artfight, immediately drew it. Yeah. And then yeah, that's all of the Artfight that I've done this year. That was a lot. My goodness, this is like almost 35 minutes long. I don't think I'm gonna be editing this audio. If there's any weird sounds or me just saying every 5 minutes or anything like that, I apologize greatly. I'm probably just gonna edit the video. Hopefully my phone can handle having all this stuff, because I do almost all of the video stuff on my phone unless it's like animation and stuff, because for that I just do it in Flash. But yeah, that's all my stuff, and I hope you guys have a really good day. Okay, bye bye.